I'm Tom Douglas, and we've taken over the hot stove kitchen and turned it into the Rub with Love kitchen. We're having a blast today. Right now, I'm going to make some Chinese 12-spice chicken skewers. We have some Chinese 12-spice snickerdoodles, and we have some plum, ginger, and garlic fried rice. It's going to be fabulous. I've got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs here, and what's important about this is that you can't overcook chicken thighs. That's one of the nice things about them. The other thing for me is I like to cut my pieces of meat just a little bit smaller, say, than what you see for big skewers in the meat department at the grocery store. And I like them to be all approximately the same size, so they cook in about the same amount of time. Okay, I've got my skewers here. And we're going to just kind of lace them on in a way that, again, it's all about the same size. All right, there's 3 chicken skewers. Let me wash my hands real quick. So we're here today talking about our Rub with Love line and trying to give you some ideas on how you can maybe use it that you weren't really expecting or you hadn't thought about before. I'm making a little fried rice. Woo, that spoon is hot. Okay, so I'm going to take, this uses the 12-spice rub, which I'm going to do right here. It's the same rub we used on our snickerdoodles. The thing on the snickerdoodles is that the rub has a little salt in it, so you want to make sure that you don't oversalt your cookie dough. But I'm going to take about a tablespoon of rub, tablespoon of honey, and about a tablespoon of rice vinegar to make my glaze for the chicken skewers. And I want it fairly thick, but not crazy. All right. I'm going to put a little soy sauce on these. And we're going to go right over to our griddle. So this particular way I'm using the 12-spice rub, because of the honey, I'm going to wait till they're 80% cooked before I put the glaze on, right? Or else it'll just burn on. We don't want that. So for my plum fried rice, I just took, I love sticky rice and fried rice. Not everyone does. I just took some cooked sticky rice, butter, canola oil, chives, garlic, fresh plums. Like this time of year, I'm always wondering, there's all these Italian plums all over the place. These are from our farm in Prosser. I'm always wondering, what the heck do I do with them? So when you can balance them out, like for example, I'm going to have my sweet plums in here, but I'm also going to add soy sauce to it. So I have sweet salty, right, which is how I'm going to balance this particular fried rice out. When you can balance them out, you can use plums anywhere. The ones you find, say, at Wajimaya generally are all salted, dried salted plums, and so they bring their own set of things that you have to be concerned about there. We're getting a nice little color on our chicken skewers, and nothing on our skewers. Our rub manufacturing facility is out in Ballard, 52nd and 14th Avenue Northwest. And if you've been out there lately, you've seen that we added a Serious Pie takeout kitchen right there on the dock of our Rub with Love mixing plant. And it's been so fun. I've been out there cooking myself and hanging out on the dock and working the pizza oven and working the sandwich station. And it's been a blast. Carol, you made these for a trade show one time, if I'm not mistaken, as a way to show off our rub. And we all said, that's pretty dang good. So she calls them rubber doodles because they have our Rub with Love on them. Carol is the biggest Husky fan I know. If you want to know where your meat stands, if you don't feel comfortable or confident in where it stands, just put a thermometer into it and you'll get some idea. I'm looking at the color. When the pink goes away and it starts to turn opaque, that's when I know that my skewers are getting about there. All right. We're going to take our glaze, and this is going to cook pretty quick, right, because it's got honey in it. So it's just something you don't want to walk away from. You want to make sure you stay on it. turn those over. And do the other side. All of our rubs are versatile in this way, where you can use them on cookies or you can use them on chicken skewers. It really depends on the flavor profile of your dinner that night. So, for example, if you're making fish tacos, our Southwestern style rub, which happens to be our pork rub, works beautiful on halibut or rock cod or something of that nature. You can see they're starting to caramelize. And I'll show you this. This looks good. All right. Let's get our fried rice onto our plate. So this is plum, garlic, chive. I love the color of the plums in here. So when you can, try and finish with a little bit of the plum on top. Okay, and then we're just going to garnish with our skewers. And there you have it, our Rub with Love Chinese 12-spice chicken skewers with plum and garlic fried rice. Thanks for coming into the Rub with Love kitchen right here in downtown Seattle.